The thing Sheila needed to do her washing was the wooden wash tub on its stand. This would have been made by the local joiner. The washboard, a cake o' carbolic soap, a zinc bath, and a hand crank wringer, also called a mangle. So Sheila, you're what to do the washing?
Oh, I'm going to want to wash this socks. Just a while the motor, take your scenes fast. Do your scene fast.
All the water used for doing the washing would have been carried for the farm well in buckets.
Give them a good wash on the right side first.
Running water did not come to most farmhouses in Aberdeenshire till 1930s and 40s. The water would have been boiled in a big kettle hanging for the swy. And how often would a washing take place about a farm?
It's just a washing once a week. Used to be Monday was washing day, and then maybe bake it and Tuesday. And just the different days for doing things.
And that's just a wooden tub.
Just a wooden tub and all. Glass washing board. Just the iron bands and around the neck. To give them a good rub. Twist it.
This clip can be linked to the Curriculum for Excellence for secondary stages to many learning areas. As part of this clip content, we can only provide limited examples of this linkage. However, 11 pages of text accompanies this clip, which will demonstrate in detail how this clip can contribute across the curricula. This application across the curricula applies to all our clips. Modern languages, principles and practice, quote, enhance their enjoyment and their understanding of their own and other cultures through literature and other forms of language. Non-Doric speakers can experience Doric in context and vice versa. Mathematics, principles and practice, quote, understand the application of mathematics, its impact on our society past and present, and its potential for the future. The clip highlights technology of the time, and through analysis, pupils can debate the mathematical issues within this clip, such as the dimensions of the wash tub component parts, and the pressure exerted by the mangle to extract water from the clothes. Science, principles and practice. Quote, science is an important part of our heritage, and we use its applications every day in our lives at work, at leisure and in the home. This clip highlights how science has contributed to industries which have been involved in creating the 1930 wash day experience. How was the soap made? What elements of science are interacting during the washing process to remove dirt, and why is very hot water required? Science involved the industrial iron casting of the mangle frame. Pupils will then be able to see how science is utilised within their own society today. Social studies, principles and practice. Quote, through social studies, children and young people develop their understanding of the world by learning about other people and their values in different times, places and circumstances. This clip asks, what were the housewives' values in the 1930s? Some questions that can be asked in some potential answer material. Question 1. Most of the things and equipment Sheila used to do her washing were locally made. Why have production processes since the 1930s moved away from being locally made? Answer. Rural depopulation, changes in transport systems, opening up of world production, mass production methods impacting on cost, specialisation, political levers and consumer demand. Question 2. Was the way Sheila did the washing in the 1930s more or less environmentally friendly than the way washing is done today? Justify your answer. The peat fuel was used on the fire was available locally. Transport of fuel was only short distances. The harvesting of the peat was by manual labour. Water power would have been used at the sawmill and joiner's shop to process the trees into tub staves. Soap used was locally made, so utilisation of local products were optimised. The amount of water used would have been less since all the water had to be carried by hand from the well. Only 1 day per week was wash day. The wastewater was just tipped out and allowed to recycle naturally and purify itself. Question 3. The Scots language has many dialects linked to it. How would you like to see your dialect used more within society? What needs to change to enable this to happen? Pupils' own ideas allowed to be discussed here. Greater use within education, written and spoken moving image media, mainstream film production, a greater sense of cultural pride showcased by role models. Establishment figures in politics, business and leisure industries need to embrace the local identity more. Question 4. Heritage is that which is inherited. What key aspects of your life have you inherited, and from whom have you inherited them? Language, architecture, natural environment, cultural identity, our past achievements within family, local community, nationally and internationally. Sports achievements, how we as families celebrate events, our political system. Question 5. How can the moving image be of greater utility within today's and tomorrow's society? Within business for promotion and training, as advertising and marketing, within tourism, used more in teaching, learning and assessment approaches, consumer behaviour, virtual experiences, medical science, space technology, sharing experiences, providing academic courses anywhere at any time, addressing world issues.